bags, the holding up the back, burn up your last sack. The picture hangs on the wall by a single tack. I live the life of love, I love the life I live. If I die today, do it all again because we can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can know, we can shine together.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face-Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face-Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway. Big City
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face-Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
You tried, Google. You tried to stop us. Can't stop us, can't stop, won't stop.
Bottom, and now we're here.
We kept the effects, yo. We got the effects.
Is it still April 25th? And like, I don't know.
See, it was funny that so
No,
I
it's
had
like
on
April-
the Google
it's April
Effects when
30th.
Scotty came on, and he was like, "Oh, we got to use it. It's the last day for it." And I was like, it was supposed to end yesterday."
And then it said on the screen, Google Effects will no longer work after 25th April. I'm like, well, it's considering it's like mid-May in Australia already. But maybe
but
they're
it's
just
not
looking for
snowing
whether.
there.
Well, listen, we're apparently supposed to get 3 inches of snow. We're at about an inch and a half now as I look outside.
So it's growing.
I hate the lateral move that I made from Calgary to North Dakota. The only different thing is the wind. There's more wind here than there was there.
So it's worse.
It's much worse. It's much worse. My car.
I feel like I need a mustache like this now. I don't know how long it would take though, because my hair is just getting out to like good lengths.
How long does it take you to grow?
would-
How long did it take you to grow a beard? Like a puffy. Have you even tried growing it?
Like a month.
Mm.
Like how I decided against growing a the playoff beard. Just like, screw it.
Just went right to the handlebars.
Mm-hmm. True story.
There we go. Well, yeah, aside from snowing here, that's all. I got some things later, but as we always do, we go through Johnny P for his weekend's magnificent mustache.
Thank you. Thanks. It grew quickly from last week.
It really did. It's like it's drawn on.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. It moves with me though. I like it. I had a soccer game. I don't know if I said this last week. I don't think I did, but the HOA sent me a letter and said I had to grow grass again. So I quite literally killed everything in my front yard.
Nice.
Just dirt right now. Threw down some compost. I got some grass plugs on the way. Feel like they're kind of like hair plugs, but only greener.
So it's like punk rock hair plugs.
Yes, obviously. So got them coming. They should be here from the SOD farm later in the month. I got it from Sod Farms of Maryland though, so that should be nice. Keeping the small guy alive.
Where is Sod Farm of Maryland? I want to say it's somewhere in Eastern Shore.
I feel like
Charles County.
I've been to a sod farm that when I did landscaping, I went to a sod farm that was on the way to the Eastern Shore, but it was on this side of the bridge still.
It could have been Central Sod Farms, Annapolis.
That's probably where I went.
Or if you're near the Western Maryland area, or Frederick, if you want to consider that Western, Chuck Wade's Sod Farm.
So yeah, I picked up 2 pallets of sod the last time I went to a sod farm. This is going to be a little bit less. I'm getting 150 plugs.
Okay.
They should fit in one box.
Here's my question. Now I've been to your house.
Yeah.
Many a time.
You have.
That's all. No. No. Like, how do you grow grass? Like, it's a hilly landscape. There's nothing flat. What do they expect from you?
So my yard is decently flat.
Yes.
My front
is
yard.
it? Oh, okay.
But it's all sand. So the thing is that nothing would grow in the sand. So then I had a friend tell me that zoysia grass is effectively like Bermuda grass, but it's from China. So it like works well for it's fake Bermuda grass. So it works well in our climate, and it grows well in sand. Effectively, it's a weed that grows laterally into itself. So it like intertwines itself, but it stays green until the first frost, and then it'll turn brown because, you know, that's what grass does. Then it doesn't grow up a whole lot, so I have to cut it like once a month. It doesn't use a whole lot of water. I'm like, this is literally what I need. Like, short of me buying AstroTurf and putting it in the front yard.
That was my next suggestion. Hey, why not just go to Home Depot and get some carpet?
Yeah, just get a putting green.
Yeah. Two birds,
So,
one
yeah.
stone that way.
So I got that going on. So there should be some grass coming at some point. I ordered it on Fortune. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, should be grass on the way.
Nice.
Then hopefully I will get it to grow. We'll see about that. My hair has been growing. It's getting longer and shaggier, which is awesome.
We start needing hair stats and sleep stats. I think is the next big thing. Is hair stats.
The sleep app updated this weekend as well.
Uh-oh.
The sleep app now uses my microphone on my phone to determine if I was sleeping or not, and also has a snore indicator.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it records me snoring so that I can hear it the next morning.
How does your phone not eat up all of that data? Like, it's
Well,
almost
it's on
like probably
Wi-Fi. I'm in my house.
No, a gig a night of like just you snoring.
It's only
recording
picked
you.
up 4 things of snoring so far.
Really?
This one, yeah.
That's kind of silent for you, actually.
Yeah,
really
the best
is.
part is that it looks like Acid Pro, so it gives me like the little waves and everything of what's going on.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
What a
snore
delight.
decently well when I drink, which is probably the reason that I snore all the time when I was at drafts.
Yes.
So yeah, so that occurred. That's another good thing that's occurred in my life. Snore, the snore indicator helps me out a lot. I like it. Oh, and big announcement that I can actually say this week is that the Face Off Hockey Show will be at the Green Turtle in Columbia, Maryland
Hey.
next week. McGaw Road is the Green Turtle that we'll be at. I will be there. I will have the travel studio. I'll be set up somewhere watching Game 3 of the Capitals Penguins series, and I'll have an extra mic. So if you're in the Columbia area, come to the Green Turtle, enjoy some food, some beer, some caps, and hey, come on the show. Come join us.
It is right past Dobbins Center, 8872 McGall Road, number C, which I think is hilarious. And that's
marked
the
with a
Green Turtle. It is. Green Turtle, right down the road from the Pub Dog Pizza and Draft House. So you go Dobbin Road, and then there's McGall Court, and then McGall Road, and then there you go. McGall. It's across the street from the Wegmans, so you can get tanked and then go get some bread to soap it all up.
Yes.
I don't know if Wegmans is 24 hours.
So that is a thing now. Check out social media over the next week or so. There should be some cross promotion with us and the Green Turtle. And hey, if it goes well and gets the job done, then I might be there on Wednesdays throughout the playoffs.
Wednesdays?
Wednesdays. I'm not even
Wednesday.
drinking.
Buenos days.
Buenos dias.
This is actually the point where Face Off Hockey Show went Spanish, just like El Zol.
El Zol, Johnny Riggs. Wait, no. Wouldn't it be great if Johnny Riggs actually went to El Zol?
I don't remember what he sounded like, but I'd imagine that he wouldn't play well with that.
He also
audience.
got busted for kiddie porn too. So that's probably not the best thing too. So yeah.
I'm not even sure that's a crime anymore.
What is underage porn, guys? Like really, right?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are the cops at my door? All right, try to find.
So an eventful week. I've done some producing. So hopefully things go well. Hopefully things go well, and we have a sponsor for the draft show. If not, maybe I'll at least get an appetizer and a beer.
Hey man, works out perfectly. So there you go. Green Turtle, 8872 McGaw Road in Columbia. So don't you dare miss it. If that's your week, Johnny,
That's
we'll
my week.
we'll pass the mic to Mark with a C.
Yeah, I didn't have much going on. As usual, per usual. Yeah, I know. It's just riveting. Yeah, I can't think. I mean, we obviously watched the Caps games, but other than that, I can't think of anything else that I might have done that was interesting. We managed to reorganize the basement here, and not that you would have known that it wasn't organized.
That's true.
But we got some things out to the garage and such and things. But yeah, nothing crazy. I don't have any big news like John does.
Wow. All right. Well,
I bought a crib, so that's kind of cool.
oh, you already bought a crib, son. Shit.
I'm way ahead of
Really?
the game. Yeah. It's not
Can
here
we get
yet.
can we get when it gets there? Can you get can we get like an MTV Cribs type?
Yeah, it won't
like
be very
walkthrough?
long, but I will certainly do that.
I like it.
Perfect.
Here's my crib. I'm out.
I'm out. You don't got to go home. You got to get the heck up out of here. Peace.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That show would have been way different if it was just like cribs, like baby cribs, and not like people's houses.
That's true. But we don't want to like. Oh, maybe we should do that. Like, get the show back on the air, and it's just baby, like celebrity baby cribs. Celebrity baby cribs. We got to make that
Like
happen.
Jesus.
Yeah, like Jesus did.
Jesus is a celebrity baby.
He is. I'm trying to put the tweet out because this is official, right? Like,
It is official.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I have their social media in this as well. So we'll see what they want to do with that.
All right.
They gave them all of ours.
Exactly. They shouldn't. They should do us good. That sounded dirty. All right. So my weekend after the show Wednesday, I did another podcast with Radio's Todd Butts. Went to sleep and then drove 5 hours to Minneapolis. See Thursday on a Thursday. My God, like
Shit looks good.
Just the way they were meant to be seen.
I think they're only playing Thursday shows this tour. It's quite ironic. We get there. It was a place called the Caboose, which I find great a name. Dive bar.
That's a good
to the
punny name.
It is a punny name, and it's a dive bar to the utmost. You walk in, the bar's right there. You got like medieval times, 2 rows seating, like stools and just a table, and the stage is just thrown in the middle. There's like a dance floor to the far right of it. It was really weird, but it was tremendous too. Some guy named City Aviv who does like this trance like mall rap stuff. He was something. I couldn't understand him. Like he was pumping through his microphone in his little recorder, so he didn't go through the actual PA. So I didn't hear a goddamn thing he did. It was just you could hear some things, but that was about it.
What is mall
Could have
rap
been.
exactly?
Well, it's like the mall music, kind of the ambiance of mall music, like that Muzak almost.
Okay.
So it's like Muzak and
City of Eve 6 would have been a good
that'd have
intro
been
band.
great. That'd have been great. Put his music in a blender is what he did with this one. Jesus. Then Basement we saw a Basement show on a Thursday with Thursday in Basement. Basement was next. Their lead singer was definitely sick, but he gutted it out. A good 30-minute performance for them. Those guys from the UK. Then to get the energy back up, this band called Touche Amore came up. My fucking God. Like, if you want energy, listen to Touche Amore, because it's just screaming and jumping around, and guitars and drums, and it's amazing. Amazing. Then after their 35, 40-minute set, Thursday came on, played for an hour 10. It was worth the 16-year wait. It's like everything was fine in the world again. They're playing. No, there was like the last tour, but it's great. Solid. It's fantastic. And we went to Denny's afterwards. And that was great.
What if their
Fantastic.
last tour date started on Thursday but went after midnight?
Ooh, they're gonna let it all hang out after that.
And by the way, the horse's name is Friday.
I told that joke to Katie, and she loved it.
I bet you Katie's using it at school right now. Like,
Oh,
not
she-
literally right now, but
She's just running to school. I got a joke. Janitor's like, no one's here, girl. Yeah. So there was that. On Friday we went our different ways because Jen wanted to go to a Guillermo del Toro event at the Minneapolis Institute of Art. So she did that. It was like he gave a lot of his horror possessions to the Institute of Art, and then she walked through it and had a good time. I went to malls and got Auntie Anne's. So, this is where we all lie.
Did you compare the Auntie Anne's?
Not as buttery as the Marley Mall Auntie Anne's, and I went to two of them in the same mall. So it's not as buttery. Kind of missing on that. Speed of service though, top notch. Just boom, boom, boom. There it was. They had the pretzels ready to go.
well,
So there was that. Then afterwards, we went to a place called Electric Fetus.
What?
Electric Fetus, Mark. Have you not heard of this?
all right. This to me sounds like it hurts, but I mean, is this a new form of in vitro?
Close. It was founded in June 1968 and is one of the oldest record stores still going today.
So baby making music.
It was also Prince's longtime record store that he went to.
I see.
Yeah, and this was the weekend of his death too.
Were there a lot of people there?
There were a lot of people there on the day. Everyone dressed in purple. People doing documentaries about Prince a year later for the local news. And it was record store day the next day, so people were lining up outside 2 days beforehand to make sure that they got the Prince exclusive record day record thing. A definitive
Wow.
history of this store was written in 2006. The place has over 50,000 titles
Wow.
of record, ranging from the blues of the 1920s to the latest release from Fall Out Boy. It's just spans everything. That'd be even better if they just had those two things, just records from the blues in the 20s and only Fall Out Boy. But sadly, they do not. So yeah, we went to that. We bought some stuff, and then we were like, all right, well, we've done this. Check that off the bucket list that we didn't create. So yeah, Electric Fetus. It's on it's on 4th Avenue in Franklin in beautiful Minneapolis. So went there, and then afterwards we went to Mall of America. Because why wouldn't you? You're in Annapolis. Actually, we went to St. Paul's first. Went to Tom Reed's hockey pub, and Jen had some poutine. I had a giant burger. It's great times. We saw all the crazy crap on the walls. And then we went to a thrift store, as is our wont. Or I'm sorry, an antique store. And I got a ton of old media guides. First off, the 2002-03 NHL Media Directory. This has everything you could ever want about the NHL and the media personalities in there, including home addresses.
Perfect.
The last year,
What
the Maple
type?
Leaf, the Maple Leaf Gardens media guide, inaugural season of the Atlanta Thrashers and of the Nashville Predators, the 2006-07 Washington Capitals, and the 1998-99 Washington Capitals, your Eastern Conference champions. So there we go. And we will be playing a game with this later. You're goddamn right we will.
Name your media. I will read you an address or a phone number. You tell me who it is.
I will read you a phone number. You guess this beat writer. It's funny because Jason Loconfora used to be
Because it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, Jason Loconfora used to be the beat writer for the Caps, and his home phone number's in here. I'm like, wow. If I didn't know he still lives in the Baltimore area, I would think this does not exist. I'm not going to try it, but damn, son. What else do we got? Yeah, and then we went to
That
Mall
sounds
of
like
America.
A
Got some,
fantastic week.
dude. That was just 2 days. That was a Thursday and a Friday. Then we came back and it was snowing. It was just like, this is bullshit. Bullshit, guys. Bullshit.
It's basically May, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's gonna
And it's
be
snowing.
May.
What if April showers bring May flowers? What does April snow bring you?
Homicidal thoughts.
That's what I figured.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, and you guys ready and willing to get to. By the way, I just also want to mention after we ripped the Capitals last week, they have gone undefeated.
We could keep talking about how their offseason is gonna. They're just gonna tear the team apart.
Of course, this is going to be the thing that ends them. This series is the thing. Always, Bettman said they're not going to fix the playoff thing, which I guess it's fine or whatever. I don't care.
One of the better tweets that I saw was obviously the Eastern Conference has seeds 1, 2, 5, and 7 left. 1 and 2 are playing each other.
Right.
That's not good.
Well, what's going to happen when the Caps play the Leafs, the Penguins, and then the Rangers?
Jesus Christ. Look, when TJ Oshie leaves, I won't blame him because there's no money. But goddamn, has he been a great player for the Caps? It's gonna be a shame to see him go after this year.
That Marcus Johansson. For years, I've been telling you guys what a great player Marcus Johansson is.
You loved him.
And none of you would believe me.
You loved him.
Especially Lyle. Lyle kept telling me that he was terrible, and I kept telling him that he deserved to be on this team.
Mark's gonna name his kid Mojo, boy or girl. Boy or girl.
Yeah. Well, didn't he make me eat some crow?
Yeah, boy, howdy. Did he? Man, he really just. I saw that. The first thought that I saw after I saw who scored it, I'm just like, Mark's gonna be fun with that. And it's funny because
he had a hell of a game 6.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. I can't watch games because every time I watch, they lose. So every time I haven't watched, they've won. I have to keep this up, and it's killing me. It's killing me inside.
Well, so my problem right now is I decided before overtime of game 6 that I didn't really need to watch anymore. I had already drank some, and I was already tired. And I was like, the worst thing that happens is I find out tomorrow that they lost, and there's a game 7. I'll be fine. Walk upstairs, get into bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch overtime. Go back downstairs. The Caps win in overtime, and I'm literally sitting there in my boxers on the couch by myself, wrapped up in a blanket. I'm like, fuck, am I going to have to watch the Caps like this now for the rest of the...
You can't go into Green Turtle like that. I'm sure they have standards.
They probably do. I'm going to have to wear pants next week.
My God. It's not weird if it works. Hey, by the way, guys, you want to go try to apply for jobs to ESPN? I heard they got some openings.
Oh my
What a
God.
mess.
Dude. Just everything got axed. Oh, boy. We'll talk about that in a minute because I put that in the rundown. It's one of my favorites left. And it's not the favorite that I wanted to leave either. I still forgot he had a job at ESPN. All right, let's cue the music, I suppose. Because we got some tings and stuff to talk about.
What are you
Boy,
doing?
people-
Music? Play.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
All right, so the big news coming out of the first round of the playoffs is Joe Thornton played with a torn ACL and MCL in the first round.
This is so dumb.
Why are you so stupid? There's going to be memes about, oh, hockey players. No, that's dumb. He's like 38.
The meme shouldn't be
Dumb.
that hockey players are so tough. It's that hockey players are stupid assholes.
Idiot.
And they're stubborn. Very stubborn people.
Dumb.
Hey, Mark, when you blew out your knee, did you keep playing hockey?
Actually, he did, I think.
Yeah, you actually, I think you did. You're muted.
Oh yeah, maybe for like one more game, I think. yeah, I did. I did tape it up a little bit and then put some like icy hot on there because why not? That always works.
I guarantee you that they had better drugs. But go on.
Yeah, but yeah, that was about it. But then it was during the tournament. Like I'm pretty sure I did a lot of the damage during that tournament when I had to like shave my. Remember when I had to shave my knee, Scotty? Were you back for that tournament?
Which tournament was this?
It was one of the May
back?
tournaments.
Probably then, because the last game that I played organized was the May tournament that we won. I went out a champion.
Then yeah, so that probably was the tournament that I.
So you won a championship on a torn ACL?
Okay.
It was definitely partially torn. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, okay. But Mark,
I'm not condoning this.
no, Mark realized that he had some problems, but he realized he couldn't let us down either.
Right. I mean,
Um,
there was nobody else to fill in. So what was I supposed to do?
So,
What, we gotta
okay,
put
Mark's
John Control in
situation's different, right? Like Mark's a goalie, and beer league teams only have one goalie, especially
Essentially.
for tournaments. So, my thought when I read this was, one, are we really saying that a 50% Joe Thornton is better than anything else the Sharks could have put out on the ice?
Well, looking at their offense, yes.
Okay. Then two. I mean, let's be honest. If that's your decision that a 50% better Joe Thornton is better than anything else you could put on the ice, you're not going to do more damage to it. It's like the scene in Miracle where he's like, is he going to hurt himself if he keeps playing it? I mean, he's just going to hurt. It's going to hurt like hell, but it's not going to like paralyze you from the knee down.
It's true. And he could have used any of his beard hairs to strengthen it up and act as a ligament instead.
Actually,
So-
what they probably did was took some beard hair and wrapped it around his knee like a brace.
There you go.
It
Keep
was
it all
his own-
together, boy.
His own form of KT tape, which is beard hair. That
Oh,
stuff grows
God.
like wildfire.
That's gross but hilarious.
Grossly hilarious.
Grossly. Lols. Also, Joe Pavelski
yeah,
had facial.
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, Joe Pavelski had facial fractures during the playoffs as well that he played through. Patrice
Did he
Bergeron
wear,
revealed
cage,
he was. I think it was him that wore the cage, or Logan Couture had
or is he
facial
just
fractures
dumb
too.
also?
They're both. Everyone on the Sharks team is dumb because I think Logan Couture also had facial fractures. It was revealed that Patrice Bergeron had a sports hernia the entire season.
Wow.
Wait, what?
So, he played through that
Okay,
the
I'm-
entire year.
I'm gonna.
That's just stupid.
I mean, I'm no doctor or anything, but there have been people that have gotten sports hernias and had surgery on them and were back within like 2 months.
Like Daniel Alfredson, he could probably do it. If anybody could do it, he could do it.
Alfie returned 2 weeks after getting his knee scoped. Yes,
Yeah.
he could do it.
That's
I'm trying to
true.
find the exact happening here. Because it said how I saw it. It said all season. Suggests that he didn't. But I'm gonna suggest that that's the more you say it, I'm just like that does seem kind of off, doesn't it, guys? I can't find it. The hell with it.
That's
we'll get to
fine.
that
We're gonna go with all season then.
ladies and gentlemen. Eric Stahl had a concussion after he crashed into the boards. That was a rough one. That was a scary little scene. Just goes head first and then boom, right into the boards. Had to be helped off and taken to a local hospital. He'll be
Yeah.
all right, but oddly enough, he is going to skip the world championship. Shockingly enough. Same with Sean Moynihan. He has a wrist surgery, and he is going to be out of the World Hockey Championships. The Los Angeles Kings, I guess, got a deal in procedures in the offseason, as Derek Forbort had minor left knee surgery. Marian Gaborik had what was called an in-depth medical procedure on his left knee. Alec Martinez had a minor medical procedure for chronic groin issue. And Tyler Toffoli had minor surgery on a left knee. So,
Wow.
LA
All the
Kings
left knees.
getting the deals where they can, all the knees. I don't like the fact that chronic groin issue is a diagnosis. I haven't been in the medical industry for long, but chronic groin issue, not fun.
Did they open for Thursday?
No, they were playing.
Did chronic groin issue open for Thursday?
They played next door at the
Chuckle
Jack
Hut.
Daniels bar. Yeah, the Chuckle. it's an improv duo. Oh, we're gonna
Let
make
me
you
tell
have.
you
We're
a
gonna make you
joke.
pop a hernia.
Oh
God.
I bet all of their humor is like penis jokes too.
Oh, I bet. By the way, also Tyler Seguin has shoulder surgery to repair a torn labrum. I love all these after things. Patrice Bergeron played all season with sports hernia. This is the headline.
That sounds dumb to me.
And may require surgery, according to NHL.com.
Obviously.
He's not sure. But sports hernia, per Ortho Info, which is a website, my new favorite website, is a painful soft tissue injury that occurs in the groin area that most often occurs during sports that require sudden change in direction, intense twisting movements.
So it's a good name, is what you're saying.
It's a good name. So there we go.
It's sports hernia. It tells you exactly what's wrong.
Also, I got an advertisement here for Bill's Gun Shop and Range. 26 indoor shooting lanes.
Is that in Pasadena?
Let's find out. It's probably somewhere in Grand Forks. Because it'd be great if it was in Pasadena. Store, no. All right. April Gun of the Month. They have a Gun of a Month. It's free rentals and $30 off the, oh boy. They got monthly events. My God.
This place sounds amazing.
Locations in Robbinsdale, Circle Pines, Hudson, Fargo, Moorhead, and Brainerd. Ladies' Night is every Wednesday, guys. Instruction is free, 6 to 9 p.m. every Wednesday night, including the Ladies' Night is free eye protection. Eye and ear protection, one free target, a $5 discount, and rent any range gun for $5. So Ladies' Nights every Wednesday.
I'm going to ask a dumb question because I've never been to a gun range.
Yeah.
How much can a target cost? They're paper, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, if I went to like Kinko's, it would cost me 97 cents to probably print one of those out. Like,
I don't know. Those are tall papers.
a free
Like,
target. That's amazing. Thank you.
You get free lane on your birthday, but you must present valid state ID. Pay once if you leave or go home after you pay to rent a lane all day. All you have to do is bring your ID and receipt to use the lane at a later time. So don't worry, guys. If you rent a lane all day, you can go home, hang out for a bit, and then come back with your receipt, and you're good to go.
So do they kick the person out of the lane that's currently using it? The person standing there with a gun? Are they like, hey, you're gonna have to wait for a little while because this guy like rented the lane all day and now he's back?
I think those are the most sane people who are at gun ranges.
That's true, actually.
So
I
there
feel
you
like
go.
The people who are going to kill people with guns probably aren't at gun ranges.
Firearm rental, $15 for the first firearm, $10 each additional firearm. Rent it for an unlimited time. Pistol, rifle, shotgun range, one shooters, $20, two shooters, $30, three shooters, $45. Best value looks like three shooters. Submachine gun range. You have to bring your own
My
firearm.
God.
You have to bring your own firearm and valid paperwork. It's $20 plus regular range fees.
Yeah. You show up with your own firearm and they're like, this is illegal. You're going to jail.
I got the paperwork though. Oh, well then. By the way, I love this. The cost of a lane for a league shooter is $13.50. It's like bowling. It's like bowling with guns. My God. Speaking of
I
firing
feel like
ranges,
that would make bowling way easier, though.
I know, right? Speaking of firing ranges, the Buffalo Sabres fired Tim Murray and Dan Bielsa
Oh,
as Jack Eichel just
that
ripped
was a great
shop.
segue.
I tried. That was totally unprovoked too, because I didn't even know this was going to pop up in the ad. I'm like, how do I segue this into Jack Eichel owning the Sabres now? Boy, that escalated quickly from Jack Eichel's rumors of I'm not going to play for this coach. He's not going to play for the coach or GM anymore. Cue Lindy Ruff coming back to Buffalo.
Nice.
I hope so. What's old is new again. No truth to the rumor that Jack Eichel was tenting his fingers and saying "excellent" after he heard the news. But we have some hirings. Yes, we have hirings. John Stevens, your new head coach of your Los Angeles Kings. I want to say he was the coach there before, too, before Sutter got there. I know he was the coach of the Flyers. So there's that. The Vancouver Canucks hired AHL affiliate coach Travis Green as their new head coach. While also the Boston Bruins removed the interim tag from Bruce Cassidy. He is now the full-time head coach of your Boston Bruins.
Nice. He should be yelling at Brad Marchand in no time.
Oh, I hope so.
Mhm.
Just wait till they get Yager again. And Bruce Cassidy just goes in the fetal position. Austin Matthews is tired, so he is not going to the World Championships.
Austin Matthews is badass.
Dude, Austin Matthews could be the newest young the hot stepper, as the kids like to call him.
The goalie scored in Game 6, even though it hit a stanchion and ended up in the middle of the slot somehow. The way that he just like kind of caressed that puck and threw it into the upper corner was pretty nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you got to caress it, give it some love. Away you go. I'm looking for the story that we're going to talk about next because I feel that this could be our new Arizona Coyotes situation. Will they, won't they? As apparently the New York Islanders have submitted a bid to build an arena at Belmont Park, everybody.
Oh.
Belmont Park. I think degenerates go to Islanders games yet. Yeah, Belmont Park.
How big is Belmont Park? Because I only know of the racetrack, obviously.
I do not know. I mean,
there's not enough room on the inside of a racetrack to put a hockey arena, right? Like in the middle.
I don't know.
Racetracks are massive places, though, like horse racing tracks.
I think Belmont Park is actually the name of the actual the community,
Town.
maybe
The city, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
It'd be great if
Yeah,
it
I
was
think it is.
inside the horse track. Is the
They
historic?
leave the Coliseum, they end up at the horse track.
Okay, this Belmont Park gives me San Diego's beachfront amusement park.
That's fine.
I
That's
don't
probably
think
normal.
that's.
The San Diego got a team.
They're moving west, everybody. Yeah, no. Apparently, Belmont Park is a thoroughbred in Elmont. It's just outside New York City limits. Huh. So Elmont, New York, is where Belmont is. They just dropped the B for bargain.
Just like Big Lots.
Hey. So it looks like it's just going to be outside of New York. I don't know if it's actually Belmont proper. We'll have to ask Lyle, see if he knows.
I bet Belmont Park is pretty big. I bet you it's got like a lot of land to it, and it's just not just like the racetrack.
Yeah, let's see if there is anything on Belmont Park. The actual land. The property totals some 650. Oh, it originally totaled 650 acres. But now it's kind of going into and out of and all this other crap. So, yeah, it doesn't say anything about where the surrounding areas are, but we can only imagine how great it's going to be. So the horses are going to be playing in the Islanders, and the Islanders are going to play with them. That's great. So there we go, kids. Belmont Park could be the new place of your New York Islanders, and this is probably not going to end well either. So Quebec City, get ready. You could be having a team sooner rather than later. Hey, the linesman in the Dennis Weidman thing. Remember he tripped up a linesman? Like he was concussed and he like hit a linesman. He said, "Oh, I was concussed. I didn't know where I was at." So
Yeah.
the linesman is suing Mr. Weidman for $10 million.
Good.
Nice.
So
How did he
There's
come up
that.
with that?
I
I thought
don't
there was a
know.
breakdown. I
Break
saw
it
like a
down.
list of things that were wrong, but apparently this dude still has post-concussion syndrome,
Yes.
like symptoms. So
So here are the injuries claimed by Don Henderson. Injury to neck requiring surgical intervention, injury to back, shoulder injury, pain and numbness and tingling in the right arm and hand, injury to the right knee, shock, anxiety, and depression, headaches, permanent and partial disability, and such further and other injuries that may be proven in a trial of this. Blah, and it ends there. So, yeah,
wow,
$10 million. We will see what
that's
this
more
goes.
money than he'd make refereeing.
That's true. But he's also doing it in Canada, and they're not really big on the whole civil suit situation.
Oh, really?
So it could very well be a downer for him.
Settled out of court.
So shoot high. Shoot high. Hope that it comes down in the medium. So we talked in the a little bit ago about the ESPN bloodbath that has happened. And Pierre LeBrun has been let go.
Yep.
And he will still do stuff for TSN and RDS. And shitbird Scott Burnside has been fired as well. Good riddance. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Fuck Scott Burnside. I hate to see anybody lose his job, but fuck Scott Burnside. 100 people. ESPN is cut.
Wow, that poker money must not be coming in anymore.
Yeah, Jason Stark amongst the big ones. Ed Werder amongst the big ones. Trent Dilfer, Super Bowl quarterback Trent Dilfer amongst the cut. Jay Crawford, former host of Cold Pizza. Amongst the cuts. Joe McDonald, the New York ESPN New York hockey writer, has been let go as well. Scott Burnside gone, Pierre LeBrun gone, Dana O'Neill gone, Brandon Fitzgerald, Michael L. Goodman, I don't know who that is. Mark Saxon, Jim Bowen, former GM, I think he was a GM. Trying to see if there's Danny Cannell, former quarterback, has been let go. Other than Ed Werder and Jason Stark and Ed Werder worked there for 17 years.
Is this the
They got like a
Is this the point where like they start bringing back some of the ESPN channels? They're like, you know what? No one really watches ESPN News.
guys, we're sitting on a gold mine of pro beach hockey. Bring it back. I wonder if they have the originals of Pro Beach Hockey and if I can exploit that somehow. You know what? This could be the time. They're that they're most vulnerable. It could be the best time to ask them, in all honesty.
It might be common domain at this point.
Yeah. Oh, that might be true.
25 years? Is that all it takes?
I don't know. I don't have to see who owns the copyright.
Not like a classic car.
where it's like what, 10 years and then and it's done. So yeah, we have that's the big names, or all the names that I mentioned. Everyone else, local or minor kind of people. Len Elmore was college hoops guy. He's let go. You know, sucks, but fuck Scott Burnside. Atlanta Thrashers apologist. Go fuck yourself. This means our podcast is bigger
We're
than
one
ESPN.
step closer to being on the radio.
Yeah, we didn't get back.
ESPN's podcast is now obsolete, moving us one higher. There we go, everybody. Toast to that.
Yeah.
Toast to us getting better.
Take that, ESPN.
We're gonna win
you having
this
to make-
podcast. We're gonna win this made-up podcast war because of attrition. Maybe not over Wyshynski and Lozo or Wyshynski and Merrick or Sean Leahy's Happy Variety Hour that's coming out this May.
I'd watch that.
But we'll win. We'll win out on our own. Also, I've decided.
Because when we're still not doing stuff with our lives at 78 years old, we'll still be talking to each other on Wednesday nights and talking about hockey.
We'll be doing it through telepathy, telepathic communications at that point.
Yeah.
I want to say
virtually all be in the same room.
I want to say two things. One, we have to get Sean Leahy's Happy Variety Hour on the Face Off Hockey Show media faction. Second,
Hey,
I've
we only
renamed
use 10% of our bandwidth every month, so
that's true. And I also want to
even
rename
with all
it.
the shows we're pumping out.
I also want to
Well,
rename it
Scotty's
the
pumping out.
Face Off Hockey Show media faction because then it's FOHS MF. So,
I like it. Well, media faction it is.
all right, we're gonna have to stop production on those other T-shirts.
That's fine. That's fine. There are a bunch of homeless people in Baltimore that probably have them on right now.
Hey, it's keeping them warm. It's a poly cotton blend. So yeah, shockingly enough, John Butchergross still has a job. So does Barry Melrose. How Barry Melrose didn't get let off and he works like 2 days a year. I'll never.
They didn't
understand.
realize he was working there. That's why.
He hasn't cashed his paycheck since '98. So they're just like, oh, he just shows up. He's working.
He's
pro
actually
bono.
not even getting paid anymore. It's like this scene. It's like Office Space.
Just stop payments. Oh man. So ESPN, what does this do to you? Like, did they just hire too many people? Do they not have good enough content? Who watches ESPN anymore, aside from like the 30
Well, it's been
for 30s?
going downhill. I mean, from my perspective, I don't watch ESPN anymore at all. The highlight show, Sports Center type highlight show, is Jump the Shark. From what I can see, I can go to Twitter or Facebook and get all the highlights that I want to see. I don't have to watch some show with two people sitting at a desk thinking that they're a lot better than everybody else and telling them what sports to watch.
Shout out Scott Van Pelt. Although his show's not like that at all. He gives some highlights and he interviews people and does a Baltimore accent.
Yeah, I like Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, me too.
So I feel like that is going. Like I feel like the whole Sports Center like highlight thing is on its way out. And that's kind of what they made everything around. Like, what exactly do they show for sports anymore? Like
Like at the NBA.
I know of some Champions League games here and there. They have some baseball games. They have some basketball games, right?
Football.
They
Monday
do they
Night
have
Football.
NASCAR at all?
No, they dropped NASCAR. They have Monday Night Football. They have college football.
All the college sports you could want, but
But the college sports is funny because they have their own networks. Like the SEC network has their own
Right.
thing, but they have ESPN people in there. It's weird.
yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. I feel like what occurred was they basically decided that they were too big to fail. And then people stopped watching things like Sports Center.
It's fair, and you're right. You're right about the whole Twitter thing, man. Like you can get highlights instantaneously, and it just kills highlight shows.
I can't even tell you the last time I watched Sports Center. Like on purpose.
I like that
Like
little add-on.
I
can't-
watch Sports Center because it's on in our break room at work. That's the only time I
Same
watch
here.
Sports Center.
Ditto. That's a lie. I'll probably watch it late at night when there's nothing else on Sling TV. She's like, oh, what's happening here? But yeah, it's really an archaic thing.
I agree.
Take
Now
that
they're
back.
trying to
Didn't
fix the talk
Fox
show with the
axe a whole
highlight
bunch
show.
of people too, though? Fox Sports, I think, did the same thing.
Well, they got rid of Jay and Dan. They got rid of everybody. They realized, hey, guess
But
what?
they also like dropped Katie Nolan's Garbage Time show and like put her on
Which was
something
really
else.
good.
Yeah, it won an Emmy like that year, I believe.
Yeah, won an Emmy like a month before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's Fox realized, all right, guess what? We're not gonna. Our idea of getting ESPN, that was a bad idea. And then you look at everything else on FS1, it's nothing. There's like nothing on. I think I saw like when Jen and I were at the Tom Reed's, they had it on FS1, and it was NBC Sports Network. They had airplane flying. The airplane
NBC
races.
Sports had Red Bull airplanes on this past weekend. Because so if you ever want to see something really funny, check out NBC Sports during the hockey playoffs when there are no hockey games on.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be great.
Like the last 2 nights, I like flipped through to see what they had, and it was like poker. Like what? That's never been on this. Can you just show me reruns of the Miko auctions or something?
Goodness gracious. Oh boy. But anyway, that's what's up. ESPN, it's been real. It's been fun. Mark, you said you don't watch it in break. Do you watch any live events on ESPN? Either of you?
ESPN,
some
maybe
soccer.
some baseball. Yeah, maybe some Sunday night baseball every now and then, but that's about it. Nothing lately. I mean, what is and soccer, like John said, but that's it. I don't see any reason. ESPN dug their own grave as far as I guess. There's some basketball on there too, right? Some people watch basketball. People watch basketball, right? There's basketball people.
I think some people
I
watch
don't
it.
know.
Not in
Lyle,
our,
you watching basketball?
not in our world. I used to watch basketball back in the '80s when it was the Celtics and
Showtime.
Celtics and the Lakers all the time, and the Pistons as well.
And the Pistons were close to a hockey team back then.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh yeah, they were a rough bunch, but they played
Little Lambia.
back-to-back championships, as I recall. Now, for me, Michael Jordan ruined the game. Ruined the game.
Wow, because it was
Just too
gambling.
good.
It was more of a team game, and then it became much more individualistic. In my humble opinion, it all became all about the one guy and not about the team. And that was around the time I think they stopped calling traveling. So there you go. But anyway, that's just me.
I don't watch basketball. They're too fucking tall.
Damn it! All I see are knees. What the hell? What the hell?
When the smallest person playing the game is 6'4", I think we have issues.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And it's time to fuck those guys seriously. Yeah. But anyway, hey, how's it going?
Oh, Lyle, we ran shot over the Capitals last week. They're undefeated since. So.
I know, right? So they're really gonna suck on toast in this series. Suck on toast. Penguins four-game sweep. Four-game sweep. It's over.
What game is Philip Grubauer going to come in?
Shit.
They'll
They'll stick with Holtby till game 4, and then that's when Grubauer makes it. But actually, they won't go with Grubauer at all. You know this. You know how this game plan goes. They'll stick with Holtby because Holtby does nothing wrong. The problem is he doesn't get any goddamn goal support. That's why.
They'll bring back Jim Carrey. It'll be a shock to everybody.
Yeah, especially
since
yeah. And he'll come out saying smoking.
That'd be great.
That's all he'll do. That's all he'll do. Ovechkin will take one of his patented one-timers and he'll just scream over the mic, "Smoking!" And we'll all wish that he was back in LA pursuing his painting career. But anyway,
you mean the Truman Show?
That too.
The Truman Show.
That was a good movie. He used to make good movies. Now he's hey, he's made his money. He can do whatever he wants.
That's true.
We should all be so fortunate. I have lots of respect. I actually, like I said, I enjoyed his stand-up work back in the day. He used to travel with the Canadian comedy troupe McLean. They were a filthy act, but he used to tour with those guys. So I have respect for him for that.
Which one's McLean and which one's McLean?
Exactly. Exactly. But they wrote the classic Canadian bar song "Fuck Ya." So
okay, interesting.
yes, Look it up.
That wasn't a copyrighted
Look
song
it-
beforehand.
Look it up on the YouTubes, kids.
That's only because the Irish patents didn't make it over to Canada.
There you go.
So Lyle, the playoffs, first round Dunsky, second round about to go forth.
So at some point later this evening, I'm matching wits again with inanimate objects.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that in a bit later. But your takeaway, the first round.
Well, first of all, first big one, obviously, Predators sweeping the Blackhawks. Did not see that coming.
No.
All of a sudden, the Blackhawks looked kind of old and slow. They really kind of got exposed there. I think a decade of a lot of intense hockey, both NHL at the NHL level and international competitions for a lot of their core players, kind of starting to catch up to them a little bit, I think.
And all that money wrapped up in all that money.
Ooh, that ain't going to be easy. So, of course, if you're Stan Bowman, what do when you're basically handcuffed for these big, expensive contracts that you signed up for these guys? You fire your assistant coach and your minor league coach, ladies and gentlemen. That'll learn them. That'll teach them. That'll make them play better
and then you
next
sign
year.
And Terry Panarin to like a multi-year deal worth a lot of money. That's no movement contract. And yeah.
Well, that signing I don't have a problem with because he's one of their younger core that they're going to need for eventual transition over. The problem is going to be, it's not for me. The problem isn't going to be what if Nick Schmaltz and Ryan Hartman and some of these other kids turn around and be blossom into quality players or stars. That's not what you should be concerned about, Blackhawks fans. Your concern should be how the hell are they going to sign them when they do. That's your concern. There's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one, of course, most obvious, the fact that the plucky underdog Toronto Maple Leafs pushed the heavily favored Capitals to 6 games, every game decided by 1 goal, 5 of them in heart-stopping overtime. That surprised me, I must confess. I was surprised.
That's true because I remember weeks before the playoffs started, you said that this is after. I think it was actually right before the playoffs started, right after the Caps played the Leafs again, beat them 4-1 in their last matchup. He said, I think your quote was like, "It'd be quick. It'd be a quick series.
It'll be quick. It'll be quick. 4, maybe 5 games." Yeah, we were expecting a little bit of lopsidery there, kids. Hey, at least I wasn't being a dickwad like some analysts and going Capitals in 3.
Sure. Listen, don't call me out on my faults, Lyle. Don't call me out on my faults. How dare you?
But I say dickwad with love, Scotty.
But
in your case, for everybody else, guys.
The Capitals winning a series in only 6 games is effectively like the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Rest of the NHL sweeping.
Yeah.
So I think that we got off scot-free.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, and that's the thing. I can't remember who I was talking to over the weekend, but I was saying, I said, Capitals fans right now. I mean, most fans would be like, yes, we're advancing to the second round, and Capitals fans are like, okay, dodged a bullet there, but oh god, oh god.
Oh no, it's more like
the Caps fans didn't know what to do with games the night they were supposed to be at Game 7.
Yeah.
Now they didn't have plans.
Exactly. Like, what do we do? What's the protocol? What do I do? Now I have a free night and I don't know what to do with myself.
I think it was more like, oh my god, it's so great. We're into the second. God damn it, Pittsburgh.
Again. And they wonder why people are. But of course, Commissioner Bettman says there's nothing wrong with the way the player schedule's done up. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, by the way, in case you're interested, and you're probably not, Predators 1-0 on the board. PK Subban with the goal.
Wow,
Subban has, of course, gone further than the Montreal Canadiens have in the playoffs.
Predators win that deal.
Yeah, but you know what? In that series, I was not surprised. I would say that was one of my least surprised. Even though I had predicted Montreal to win, I wasn't surprised that they didn't because they don't have any damn scoring. And until they get scoring, doesn't matter how great Carey Price plays. Doesn't matter you got an all-world defenseman in Shea Weber on your blue line. Don't matter. You can't score. You're done.
And if we're giving credit where credit is due, Henrik Lundqvist started to get that hot, and you knew it was coming because he hadn't done shit all season.
Yeah,
like he did something, but he didn't also. Like he was very touch and go with the Rangers this year, as the Rangers were touch and go with themselves.
but not to take anything away from Lundqvist because he was playing outstanding. But let's also be honest too. It's not like he was facing a powerhouse offense there in the Pop Gun Montreal Canadiens.
True.
You know, so I mean, I want to see how he's going to do against the Ottawa Senators. Wait, Senators can't score. Well, they were able to find a scoring touch against Boston. So,
by the way, if you're scoring at home or even if you're alone, under the old system, the Rangers would be playing the Penguins and the Caps will be playing the Senators.
And that would be much more interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting matchups you've never seen before. But no, Commissioner Bettman says that, there's nothing wrong with the playoff system and wonders why people but now, to be fair too, I can understand you kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't. They arranged this system because they thought that, well, what fans want to see is more of these playoff matchups. We want to see more Capitals Penguins. We want to see more Canadians Bruins. Can I just say right off the bat, I was so happy that we didn't have the Canadians didn't face the Bruins again. I'm so sick and tired of Canadians and Bruins. I really am. I know it's a long history. Don't mind seeing it once in a while to go, oh yeah, they have a good rivalry. But Jesus, it was starting to get like almost every damn playoff series is like, oh God, they got to go through Boston again. And I'm sure Bruins
fans didn't ask any Capitals fans during that survey if they wanted to play the Penguins in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, but the way they seed this just doesn't make any damn sense to me at all. I mean, first of all, what the hell are the Rangers doing in a wild card spot? That's the thing. It's stupid the way it's set up. Stupid. You go by the friggin' most points, the top 8 teams, doesn't matter what friggin' division. In fact, you know what? Let's make this nice and easy. Get rid of the goddamn divisions entirely. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, we're done because everybody knows it's the top 8 teams that get in. Nobody gives a shit who finished first in the Pacific Division or third in the Metropolitan Division.
But Lyle, the NFL makes so much money, and that's how
Fuck
they
the
do
NFL,
it. So
okay?
we should do it that way
Fuck
too.
the no fun league. That's what I say. But anyway, but I get your point though. No, Mark,
It's the no fucks league.
There it is.
There you go.
But
what works in another league doesn't work here. I mean, you tried it. You gave it a try. It's not working. The fans aren't really happy with this. They're really not.
What fans whine that there weren't any rivalries in the playoffs anymore, like right before they switched everything to be more divisional play.
See, that's a lie because there were. You had Senators and Leafs. That one before that one was a friggin' near constant. Okay, you had Avalanche and Red Wings before the Red Wings moved over to the Eastern Conference. That was a classic rivalry. God damn it, we had Bruins and Habs again and again. Okay, before the changeover. You had Penguins Capitals before that. So to say there were no rivalries, that was some bullshit, okay? And people who were saying that were full of shit. All right?
Here's where it came in. Here's where the people really got fucked over.
Hey, we know our shit.
Well, that too. 3-division system. That's where it fucked up. It's that the Southeast Division was the one big thing. Oh, no, only one team's getting in the Southeast Division. Sometimes it's deserved. Sometimes we're lucky to get one. So I think that's what really, and when they changed to the 2-division, 1-conference format, it was just like, well, let's do it divisionally. Like we did in the olden days. Remember the old days? Y'all are clamoring for fucking divisions now and then change the name of the division. Go fuck yourselves. Here it is. Now eat.
And it's like, just okay. Admit that you've tried these variations. It's not work. Just go back to what works and is nice and simple. The top 8 teams go by the points. Doesn't matter where they place in a damn division. Why? Because you get rid of the divisions and nobody cares. Okay? Nobody will be sad to see them go.
In the West.
It'll be really funny. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but it'll be really funny when play the Leafs, the Penguins, and the Rangers. All Metropolitan Division teams throughout the entire set of the playoffs.
The Leafs are Atlantic. The Leafs are in the Atlantic, Johnny. They're not in the Metro.
But still.
The point remains. In the West, it would be Anaheim and Nashville and St. Louis and Edmonton. Those would be the matchups.
Those would be interesting too. Well, like I said, I don't mind Predators and Blues. This is the first time these two teams have ever met. So I mean, in those instances, that worked out fine. Anaheim Oilers, that was last time was 11 years ago. Yeah, okay, fine. But I don't know. I mean, sure, yes. I can sympathize with the league to a point about how can't seem to please everybody or anything like that. But I think you're going to find there's more universality of agreement that just the top 8 teams with the best, the best most points. Those are the ones that go on, and those that finish outside, tough shit. You miss the cut, get better next year.
But everyone likes a wild card.
No, they don't.
Baseball loves the wild card.
This ain't baseball, son.
I can't wait until the
Football loves the wild
I
card.
can't wait until the
Nobody
NHL
likes
goes to 4 wild cards and the 2 wild card teams play each
Oh,
other
you laugh,
in a
but
one
that's
going to
happen. When we get to 32 teams, you watch how quickly a couple of extra wild cards are introduced into the fix. You watch. One team will get it. One team, the top. You'll go back to the way they did it years ago. The top team in each conference will get a bye. It's like, but that will screw everything up. No, it won't.
If you don't think when we get 32 teams, it's going to be a 10-team in each conference playoff.
Oh yeah, they'll do that
with the 2 play-in games.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy.
That's coming. That's already been discussed. That is already
the play-in game. NCAA shows it.
Yeah, because see, that's the thing. The NHL can't do anything on its own. It's always got to look at other leagues and go, well, we try that. Well, we try that. Well, we try. Here's an idea. Why don't you have an original goddamn thought? Okay? No.
Can you
we
imagine
can't do that.
the intensity, though, of the wild card game? One night. It's like a game 7, 4 nights in a row.
Decides it all.
They all get played at a neutral site of Kansas City.
Yay!
And that's how we make use of that building.
Exactly. But I mean, I gotta be honest. The format that I liked the best out of all the years I've been watching hockey, the one that I liked best, was the old format when it was the old 21 team league, and you had the top 16 teams get in. It was like first played 16, second played 15, third play, and so on. That gave you some really interesting matchups. The one and only time in NHL history that the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers ever faced each other was under that format. I mean, that gave you some interesting matchups. Like I was really a fan of that, and I was sad to see that go. I really was. I would prefer that, but if you're unwilling to do that, then okay, top 8 teams, and you just one plays 8, 2 plays 7, and just go that way. Enough of this stupid seeding shit with a wild card. Enough of that.
No, I was just saying, did that get dropped because of travel? Like, because there was probably a Western Conference team playing an Eastern Conference team in the first round.
I'll have to look that up, Johnny. To be honest, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. They didn't use that system for very long, and then they decided to go more with divisional.
There was a period of time where the MLS had like an 8-team league, and 6 teams made the playoffs or something stupid like that, and it was just the top 6 teams that played, and there was like the Western Conference final featured like New England or something because they were from the East, but they played through the Western Conference for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Oh, are you looking that up, Scotty?
I'm looking. Well, I'm not looking up the history. I could yell at Jen.
Oh, yeah.
And ask her, but
yeah.
Sadly, she is sleeping. Oddly enough, it would be the same 16 that we have now. I was going to say it was because the Islanders and Nashville had the same exact record, but the Nashville Predators had more regulation wins. Oddly enough, the team with the lowest regulation wins of the playoff teams, the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Only 33 wins in regulation out of 47.
Yep.
Working overtime, work out.
Working overtime. But anyway, but apart from that, other first round surprises. I'm kind of surprised that Jake Gunsel's the leading goal scorer. That was a bit of, but then again, he's playing on Crosby's line, so there you go.
Loves that Gunsel.
Yep.
Goes to the gun show.
Goes to the gun show.
I don't know what
the
that
Gunsel.
So 79-80 to 81-82, and it became divisional when they decided divisions rank out more. So it lasted all of 2 postseasons.
Yep. As I said, I really like that one just because of the interesting combinations that you got, of playoff series. But hey, that's just me. I could understand them wanting to change it if, like what Johnny said, if travel issues was a big reason why, then I could understand that,
But I think back in the day, that was much less afforded than we have now. Like now you can travel all you want with all the monies that is being made. But again, all the monies that's being made is going right into the travel costs. So it's
exactly. And not to mention wear and tear on play. I mean, if you wind up, if you're an Eastern team and you keep drawing like Western clubs all the time, you're going to be bagged by the time you get to that Stanley Cup final. So that's a lot of travel.
Because the Western teams are used to all that travel in the season.
Yeah.
Eastern teams, not so much.
Not so much. You kind of beat the snot out of them.
One question before we close out the little playoff talk and get to other things. Joe Thornton, stupid or really stupid for playing on torn ACL?
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yep. More heart than brain.
So just stupid.
Actually, no. If he wants to stay in San Jose and wants to try and convince management to stay there, what better way than to go and play on a bad knee? And I mean, come on, he's not the only guy that's done it throughout NHL history. Lots and lots of them have done it. So
doesn't make him any less stupid, though.
Actually, it makes him smart if it gets him a new contract. If it puts pressure on management, then they feel, because there's
what's the max money he's making
right now. He's on his new contract.
Yeah.
What's
the max anyone's going to offer him?
I would say he gets no more than 2 years, $5 million a season. And I could actually see him get offers of 1 year with a $4 million base with bonuses that could take him up to 5.5 mil. He's not getting 6 anymore. Those days are gone. He's not getting. I'd be very surprised if anybody gave him over 5 on a base salary. I'd be shocked if somebody did that. I mean, come on. I mean, his stats. His stats were down almost 30 points compared to a year ago. Now all the Sharks stats were down this season compared to last. Maybe he has enough in the tank for another bounce back year, or maybe this is finally the time where, age is starting to catch up to him, but he can still be effective, but maybe he needs to be a second line center on a good team. Who can say? But, by playing on a bad knee, like there was, I saw a piece in the San Jose Mercury News today that was suggesting that by playing with that injury, it may force, like, Sharks management could feel obligated to re-sign him, to give him a new contract because he was willing to play in the postseason, bad leg and all. He was willing to do that for the team. Just,
as a point Mark brought up, is that if you have like one knee Joe Thornton, I think you look at your development and see what the hell's wrong that you couldn't call someone up that was better than Joe Thornton.
Yeah.
On one knee.
Easy, Leahy. That was John.
That's
was it John? I can't tell you.
Oh my God, Scotty's suffering from Lyme disease.
Wow, that's a good one.
Good.
I appreciate that one. That one gets you. That's one gets you one of these.
There we go. Yes, sir. Before they're all gone. There you go.
Well, Lyle, they were supposed to be gone yesterday.
They were supposed to be.
Were they?
Yeah.
Google on the ball, my friends.
Always on top of things.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they're almost as good as the phone. They're almost as good as the mobile phone company that I'm still waiting to get my new cell phones. We went last Friday. My wife and I finally decided we're almost like the old couple that was sort of like, well, we can't do without the internet now anymore. It's a part of life. We need it. So we've been doing without cell phones for so long because we didn't need them, and now we realized we reached the point. It's like, we need to get cell phones. So we go down to the mobile store in the Atlantic Superstore, the big grocery chain here anyway. Because we get
only
iPhones.
the best for Lyle.
But they sell iPhone. You can get iPhones there with a good Kudo plan. A good plan under Kudo, right?
Ah,
That was the
yeah.
only place in Downs you could get Kudo. You couldn't get them anywhere else but Atlantic Superstore. So that was great, fine. So we go, and the half an hour it took us to go through the friggin' paperwork, the credit check, the identification, the DNA sample, the promise to give up our firstborn child, that sort of thing. The usual thing you do
It
with
happens.
cell companies now. Anyway, yeah. And but the phones that we needed, they didn't have them in stock, reminding us painfully that we live on a tiny island. So one had to come from Summerside, another had to come from Sackville, Nova Scotia. The one from Summerside's in, the one from Sackville, no. So here we are almost a week later, still waiting. Maybe tomorrow we'll get our cell phones. Until tomorrow.
Have you gone outside and started yelling at clouds?
Yes, I've reached that point now. But no, as I said, I have techno joy, of course, but it just for the longest time I didn't need cell. But now it's reached the point where you need cell phones in life. You do. It's just no getting around it.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of sending you a text, Scotty, and then sending you an email afterwards to confirm that you got it.
Perfect. I love it. When the carrier pigeon arrives here, we'll get that. It's snowing here too, so let's.
Oh my! Yeah, I saw
add that to it.
By the way,
So, just to
send
make
it by
sure that the
telegraph.
text and the email came in.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me just tell you a true story. 20 years ago, my parents finally got on the internet, finally got email, right? My mom sends me an email and then calls me to see if I got it.
Nice.
The
And
problem
we were
was,
on
is that because
and we
you
were
were
on
on your
dial-up.
computer, it was a busy signal.
We were on dial-up at the time, and so she's like, so I was like, "Well, Mom, tell you what, why don't you get off the damn phone so I can plug it in, and I can find out."
Oh man.
I
Of
you hear
old
that?
people and
I
technology.
used to hear that joke, but I was, people I used to hear stand-ups telling that joke all the time. Like, no, I actually friggin' lived it. But anyway, moving on.
Lyle,
Sir,
number 15 or number 17? Pick a number.
15.
So Jack Eichel got everyone fired.
Yay! Well done.
Like,
What was 17?
Ilya Kovalchuk's coming back to the NHL.
Ah, fuck
Mark-
that guy. Jack Eichel's story, much more interesting. Jack Eichel, much more.
That couch smells terrible.
Forget you ever heard the name Kovalchuk, Mark. Just it's out of your mind. There.
Okay.
Damn! I don't have my friggin' Men in Black flashlight. There you go. Anyway, never mind.
Mark, you
no,
don't have that couch.
Eichel. Eichel.
Jack Eichel. The
Eichel.
after a week we said, he doesn't have that kind of stroke. Not only does he
Oh
get
boy, were we wrong?
Holy
God,
Dinah.
were we ever wrong? Holy crap! Like holy overreaction, Terry Pagula. I mean, really, dude. Come on.
I think
It's fine. It's
Oh, well,
He got everyone fired, and he got a bunch of chicken wings delivered to his house.
Yeah.
It was weird.
it's a great day for him. But
And
like,
the pizza, don't forget the pizza. The
Oh,
big
especially
thing there
the
is
pizza.
pizza and chicken wings. So yeah, which you can never finish because they give you so much. But
it's true.
first world problems, kids. First world
I know.
problems.
Hashtag that. I'm trying to. The funny thing of all this is that I think it was. Can't remember who put it up, but the fact that it was like the 5th or 6th head coach and 7th GM that Terry Pagula has been through
Oh, I know.
in his life.
Well,
Trying to
it's
find the treat
been
right
a
now
lot.
after the
I mean,
caramel M&Ms.
yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, they went through Ted Nolan. Yeah, Ted Nolan. Lindy Ruff, they fired pretty much as soon as he got there, I think. Who else? Who's there before? Who else? Damn it, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Wasn't Ted
So
Nolan part of that?
okay,
house?
here we go.
So since buying the Sabres on 2/3/11,
Mhm.
and later the Bills, the Pagulias have fired 5 coaches, had 1 quit, 2 GMs, and 2 team presidents.
Wow. That's just crazy. Oh man.
You hate it for him.
And I hate them for it because Sabres fans deserve better. You know, hey, I'm not going to disguise my love for Buffalo. I fell in love with that place when we went there, man. Like, and it's a great hockey.
Post-apocalyptic wasteland. Is
Even
fantastic.
and that's what I love about it. It has that rustic charm. But Buffalo to be continued. No, but the fans there though. I mean, like they are really knowledgeable and passionate sports fans. So I mean, Christ, to go through what they're going through with not just the Sabres but the Bills. I mean, crap on a crutch,
Yeah, the Bills
man.
have been terrible for longer.
Oh,
All right,
they
I
don't
have-
deserve this.
I have to share this. Scotty screen share brought to you by, let's just say, the Green Turtle. So here we go.
Yeah.
Lindy Ruff, 2013. Then Ron Rolston for a short time in
Right,
2013.
Ron Rolston.
Ted Nolan, Dan Bielsa, and then Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel right here, the 18th head coach
Oh, that's
of the
fantastic.
Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, sometimes I love Wikipedia. Oh,
That's
that's
so good.
fantastic.
Somebody get a screenshot of that before they change it.
Oh man, that's
fantastic.
great.
That's amazing.
Oh well, that's probably that's probably our buddy Greg Wyshynski that did that. It was Greg. Greg did a wonderful bit there on Twitter the day that he got it. He's like, ring ring, Jack Eichel, ring ring, hello, hey, this is Terry Pagula. Oh hey sir, how about congrats? You're now the coach and GM. Go get him, Tiger. That was a great bit by Wyshynski. Yeah, but that's what it. I mean, God, I look. I don't fault Eichel for basically calling out his team, and I do. Now he and his agent denied that whole thing of I'm not going to resign with this team if Dan Biles was still the coach. But man, if you got to figure even that rumor brought about that kind of reaction. I mean, oh damn it!
I'm really glad that the idea of coach killer is not just for Europeans anymore.
Or Sidney
Crosby.
Crosby.
So glad.
Or Sidney Crosby.
Or Alex Ovechkin for that matter too.
Well, that's European, so. Well, no,
Yeah,
Russian.
well,
Yeah, Russians.
yeah.
Russians don't consider themselves
Would you call him Asian? I don't know. It depends on what.
No,
which-
they call themselves Russians.
Oh, yeah, they do call themselves.
We are neither European nor are we Asian. We are Russians.
Hold on, my phone's going.
Kind of, sort of. Hang on, anyway. But yeah, that's just a mess. Whoever they're bringing in is gonna, GM and coach. They're gonna have to sit down and have a serious conversation with Eichel and his.
I just got a text.
Mm.
The Sabres. All right, this is from my buddy in Buffalo. He says the Sabres are having a news conference tomorrow to announce a new GM. Taro Tsujimoto, everybody. The new GM.
The mystery man is revealed.
Finally here, everybody.
Revealed.
Oh
God. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, even if there was no truth to that story about Eichel, the fact that firing happened a day after that report was published, that does not reflect well on him. Even if he's innocent of this still is not going to sit well, and it's going to make it hard for them to bring in people, because they're going to think, what if you hire me, if Jack Eichel doesn't like the way I'm coaching or the way I'm managing, I'm going to get fired. They're going to have to really have a long talk with that boy.
yeah. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Your Jack Eichel update. Kovalchuk, whatever.
Who cares? I don't care.
At what point does Carey Price get traded this summer?
Never.
Mark Bergevin. My God. The fact that he had to reiterate he wasn't going to trade Price.
Yeah, welcome to Montreal. Already.
Jen has actually said, I don't openly root for people to get fired, but in this case, I'll make an exception for Mark Bergevin. She does not like him one bit.
And see, I have a lot of patience for him simply for the fact he's won more trades than he's lost. The moves that he's made, for the most part, were good moves. I'm still not a big fan of the Subban for Weber trades. That's not a fault against Weber, but at least you can say, at least in that one, you got even up. You got strength for strength. You didn't trade away Subban to bring in a forward, but leave a big hole in your blue line. So they kind of at this stage cancel themselves out. Down the road, it's going to hurt Montreal, but for now, next 3 years, maybe 4. It cancels each other out. So that's all right. The moves he made during the season, it's like, look, he's not an idiot. He went out and tried to bring in scoring. There's none to be had right now. Nobody want to make a deal without wanting him to give up Sergachev and, we'll take Galchenyuk off your hands, sure, but we also want Sergachev. We want your first round pick. We want your firstborn male child. So no. So he went out and brought in bigger guys. And yeah, it made them a more hitting rock'em sock'em team that way. But again, hitting ain't gonna get you far in the playoffs if you can't score. The moves weren't bad. It just he was unable to bring in a score. Now, maybe this summer with the expansion draft kind of throwing an interesting monkey wrench into the works here with some teams that are going to need to shed salary because the cap may not go up very high. That combination, maybe Bergevin might be able to swing a deal that can bring in some scoring. But personally, I think that Kovalchuk, yeah, oh God.
Oh, there he goes.
No. It is with
There he
Chuck.
goes. Bring in Kovalchuk, everybody.
Galchenyuk. I think Galchenyuk's gone. I think Galchenyuk's going to be part of a deal to bring in another scorer. Boyu could be gone as well. Radulov, I think they'll re-sign him as long as there's, the term and the salary is going to be reasonable. And by reasonable, I mean that's going to be between 6 and 6.5 mil. Anything over 7, forget it. They won't commit to that. But yeah, but apart from that, Bergevin, I mean, I applauded it. Like I said, I had no problem with his comments during the press conference. And I mean, yeah, if I know that there's a lot of Habs fans. Oh, take Carey Price and bring in a score. Great, yeah, that's a great idea. You were the same bunch of tools that said, let's trade PK Subban for a score for first line center. Great, so we fixed the wing of the plane and we threw away the rudder. Brilliant.
You just need wings.
Brilliant. Yay. Well done, you idiots.
Sure,
and that's
that was
why none
fantastic.
of you will be NHL GMs, you fucking morons.
Not Paul McCartney's best work, but don't.
Well, no, hey,
God.
goes with it. Yeah.
Anyway. We mentioned you alluded to Chicago and their situation by firing throwing out the kitchen sink. and then,
As Steve Dangle would say, they needed a new pair of shoes and they fired the laces.
Well, these things happen. These things happen.
Yeah.
Anything they can do to rebuild? They're going to lose somebody to expansion draft.
Yeah. Well, the thinking is it would probably be Marcus Kruger that they run the risk of losing.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you out there. I thank you.
But the problem is they really are handcuffed to what they can do. I mean, ideally they might want to you would want to try and move a guy like Brent Seabrook, but you can't. 6.75 mil the season for the next 6 years plus a full no movement clause. You're not moving that guy. Sorry, you're stuck with him. So all those guys are going to have to be protected, and you're going to lose a good young player in the draft.
Sunrise, sunset.
Mm-hmm. They're still going to be. Listen, they're still going to be a good team for the next several years. But I think we're going to start getting close to the point. If they're unable to shake things up adequately, we're very rapidly going to reach the point where we can stop considering them favorites to win the Stanley Cup. That whole annual thing of, yes, they're a favorite to win the cup. I think this season kind of throws a monkey wrench into that. If it's pretty much the same roster next season, it's like, no. I would drop them to next tier.
How much is Zdeno Chara going to get paid, and will Boston be the one to pay him?
Boston will pay him, and I think, again, that's going to be something that'll be given his age, I can see that being a 1 year, because he's still got a year left on his current deal.
Right.
I think they'll sign him to a 1 year deal after that. Again, kind of like it'll be kind of like the Jaromir Jagr thing, where it's base salary of, say, 3.5 mil, bonus clauses to bring you up maybe to 4.5 or 5, that sort of thing.
Works for me.
He wants to stay in Boston, and I think the Bruins do want to keep him because, they do have those young guys coming up in the system, but, you want to have a guy like Chara there to be a mentor and a leader for them. So, and if these young guys get better, you can drop Chara down to the to second or third pairing. So, and that way at least you can still take advantage of his leadership and experience.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have? I'm trying to look here. You don't want to talk over. We got the we got coaching guys. Coaching Belmont Park, ESPN. How much the linesman gonna get paid, Lyle?
How much? Who?
How much is that linesman gonna get paid for Mr. Dennis Weidman?
Well,
$10 million is what he's asking.
I don't think he'll get 10 mil. I think this is something that will be settled out of court for
$16.
Probably a mil. It'll be settled out of court. That's the way these things go. He goes and for 10 mil. The league doesn't want to have a trial and have this whole ugliness being dragged out in the press. So it'll get settled out of court, and they'll make it go away that way.
Peanut butter and jelly coffee, yes or no?
Oh no! No!
Okay.
No!
All right.
No.
Well, I am not going to buy that for you for your birthday.
Good. Fine then.
You know what? I was gonna give you the whole bean too. Make it grind yourself.
Great, I'd have to go out and buy a
Nope,
grinder.
So the chunky.
That peanut butter and jelly coffee is.
Sorry,
not
I don't like flavored coffee. I like my coffee to be coffee. That's it. I don't.
I-
Lyle likes his coffee, likes his women, rich and without a penis.
There you go.
Had to give myself that one.
I think you should. I like that one. Man is on fire, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
Lyle.
Hey, Scotty. Scotty.
Lyle.
Scotty!
So the NHL draft lottery happens this Saturday.
Yes.
Oh,
We have ourselves a draft lottery simulator.
Ooh.
We're gonna play Name That Draft Lottery Simulator Team.
Okay.
All right, so here's name. It's going to be a Russian roulette thing. So you got this 14 teams plus Las Vegas.
Mhm.
The Avalanche have 17.9% chance of getting the first overall pick. Vancouver 12.1. Vegas 10.3. Same with the Coyotes. The Devils 8.5. Sabres 7.6. Red Wings 6.7. Dallas 5.8. Florida 5.4. 4.5 for your Kings. 3.1 for the Canes. The Jets. Philly, Lightning, and Islanders round out that field. Islanders have less than a % chance of winning the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit pick winner here and get who you guys think is going to be the winner, and we'll have a best of 7 series.
Okay.
Or until we get tired, until we get to the
Till we get bored.
Lyle versus inanimate object.
Inanimate
yeah,
object.
it's one.
Right. So here we go. Round number 1. Lyle, who do you think's going to win this round of Lottery Simulator?
Vancouver Canucks.
Johnny.
Las Vegas.
Mark.
I don't like Vegas. We have to pick Vegas, but I'm gonna pick something
Vegas?
other than John. So I'm gonna go with the long shot Flyers.
Wow.
Flyers. All right, here we go. So here are the teams right here. Pick winner. Hey, Johnny wins.
Well done, Johnny.
Told you.
That was a quick game.
Apparently, that simulator also uses the same shit that the NHL does because we all know Vegas is going to get the first pick.
Vegas is
in the draft.
definitely going to get.
All right, guys.
Right.
Now here's the second pick. The chances to win the second pick: 20% to the Avalanche, and then you see the percentages after that. Finally, the Islanders are up to 1% chance to winning the second pick. Who's got the second pick, Johnny?
I'm going to go with the Arizona Coyotes.
Arizona. Lyle.
New Jersey.
Mark.
Pick Vancouver.
Here we go.
Hey! Winner, chicken dinner.
Wow.
Here we go. Third pick.
Oh, yeah.
See the percentage here. Islanders still just above 1%. Mark, who do you got for third pick?
The Panthers.
Panthers. Johnny.
Avalanche.
Mark? Or Lyle? Or Sean Leahy? Or
Sabres.
Sabres. Here we go. Phoenix. Arizona Coyotes.
You know, I think this is proof that God hates the Avalanche.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. There's round 1. One last round because that was hilarious, I'm sure. Mark, who do you got first overall?
Avalanche.
There you
Avalanche,
go.
there it is.
Who's going to
Johnny.
break the luck?
I'm going to go with the Coyotes.
Coyotes. Lyle.
Okay, I'm going to go off the board here a little bit, and I'm going to pick
The
Dallas.
Capitals.
All right, here we go. Devils.
Oh!
All right, second pick. Lyle.
Avalanche. I will pick the Avalanche.
Wow. Johnny.
I'm going to go with Las Vegas.
Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Mark.
Mark.
Avalanche.
Hey, I picked the Avalanche. You can't
Yeah,
pick the
Mark,
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Canucks.
Start listening.
Canucks. Here we go. Avalanche.
Hey, finally.
Ooh.
The fact that it went through what? That was like the 5th one we had to go through.
Yeah.
I think this is proof that the Avs aren't getting the first overall pick this year.
Lyle, those are the odds. They have a nearly 20% chance of getting
They're
the
not-
lottery,
they're
and
not gonna
They're
get
not.
it.
Yeah, the odds are weighted in their favor, and they're not going to get it. It's going to go to Vegas. We all
Just
know.
like the
but
Sabres a
whole
couple years
point
back
is
with Connor
it's
McDavid.
the Avalanche against the field.
it's
It's 1 out of 5 times. That's
it's the-
exactly the odds.
It's the Vegas weighted system. Nice system of lottery you got there. Be a shame if something happened to it.
What was that?
That's right, Mr. Giancata. We'll make sure that your team gets the pick.
Third pick, Mark, who do you got?
You don't want me to bring Bruno around.
The Yotes.
The Yotes, hon. They're going to pick the Arizona Coyotes, hon. They're going to go move to Glen Burnie. It's going to be Glen Burnie Coyotes. It's going to be fantastic.
Glen Burnie Coyotes.
Yeah, they're gonna have the old Frank Sten there as a sponsor. It's gonna be fantastic. Johnny.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Lyle.
Golden Knights.
Here we go. Los Angeles, home of the Doors.
Wowzers.
Well, that was.
I wouldn't want to be Vancouver. Oh god.
I wouldn't want to be Vancouver.
That was
either.
something.
Mm.
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
It all goes down Saturday.
Indeedly doodly.
All goes down
Won't have,
Saturday.
but you know, it's not going to have the same drama that the last two did when it was Toronto. Yeah,
You know, I went down on Saturday once. It was a great time. she was a fantastic broad, and you know I love her all the same. But that's my younger years. It's garbage. Why are we still talking about lottery? There's playoffs to be had. That's right. Little Stan Yoyo.
I love little Stan. I'm so glad he's part of the show.
Got like 18 pens right here. None of them. Here we go. So for the first round, I go past the Big Stand Invitational advanced stats. Have we ever shared the advanced stats with you, Lyle?
I don't think you have. No.
Okay.
What are the advanced stats?
We will all right. So some of the advanced stats we had, the left. We figured out what our averages were in the left lane, and our averages on the right lanes. Duck pin against 10 pin. The first ball was an 8 or more. First ball 5 or less.
My first ball 5 or less was abysmal.
Your first ball 5 or less was 25%. Then we have marks 6 and after, so frames 6 through 10. If you got marks there, marks from 8 plus first ball, percentage of no pins per ball thrown, percentage of mark per type, first ball average on duck pin, and then 10 pin, and also
I don't
second
remember
ball
doing
average.
any of these, but this is
Oh.
awesome.
I did it all here, baby.
Wow.
'Cause I have time on my hands.
Wow. Oh, but you don't have time for hockey advanced stats.
Fuck no, that's too much math that I didn't invent.
Oh, can I just
no.
say? Can I just say very quickly? Interesting side note for those of you who love advanced stats. Apparently, all the top teams in puck possession this year did not advance past the first round of the playoffs. So there's your Corsi right there, kids.
Eat a dick, Corsi.
Hey, Lyle, it's not that I don't like advanced stats, it's that I don't think it works for hockey. There's a difference. I love advanced stats.
Advanced
I
stats do
love
work for hockey,
all
but it's-
statistics.
It's
Advanced
fantastic
stats-
in bowling, though.
Yeah, yeah, actually.
It's not
Wow.
it's not that I don't like advanced stats. I didn't make them up, so I don't care for them.
You don't
all
need
it's about.
you don't need something that needs a whole bunch of like pie charts and PowerPoint presentations to figure out.
No, I do, as long as I make it up.
Okay.
I don't need some ragtag guy stomping in here saying I'm a goaltending coach. I created the stat system all by myself.
Whoa! Don't be hating on Jim Corsi. He just did that to kind of as a little thing 20 years ago.
I was
to help
talking
every-
about the Ole Kolzig method, which is
Oh!
number of Germans.
Sorry, my bad. And how often they invade Poland? Gotcha.
Exactly.
Right.
Poland had the submarines with the screen doors, guys.
I'll tell you.
Especially those Germans from South Africa.
The best Germans. So from the first round, Lyle and Panda neck and neck. Lyle's got 6, Panda's got 5.
Ooh.
The Orb has got 3, and Oyo Stan is just hilarious, and he's got 2.
I love Oyo Stan.
Lyle, the only ones you missed were Montreal and Chicago. Everyone missed Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That was across the board. Everyone missed Montreal. That was across the board. Everyone got Anaheim right, and that was it. Anaheim was the only consensus winner. There we go. All right, second round. Same as first. Ottawa is the top seed against the New York Rangers.
What a joke.
What a joke. So we go now to Lyle Richardson in his vast knowledge and how to defeat inanimate objects.
I've been doing this for 12 years, kids. Nobody does this better. Nobody does this better than me. It's huge. It's going to be great. I learned this in China. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic.
That's where all these were made, believe it
Yes. Yes, they were. Oh,
I had some China last night. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, Oyo Stan. Thank you. Thank you, Oyo Stan. Oh, by the way, Kevin Fiala just had a very, very bad leg injury. Crashed into the end boards. It's so bad. Like, yeah, even the couple of the Blues players are helping to bring the stretcher out and everything like that. Like, this was bad. I saw that wincing you saw in the earlier bit when you're talking about advanced stats. That was me seeing that take place in real time. And just when it's like, okay, get back to the show. Don't look at that.
All
Don't
right.
look at that anymore. Anyway,
Ottawa against the Rangers. Lyle, what you got?
I'm picking the Senators.
Wow.
Canada, tried and true for Lyle.
I think that their defense is better than the aging Rangers defense.
All right.
And they do seem to have a little bit more goal scoring than Montreal did, so I think they'll have better luck in that regard.
We will now go to the Magic Orb. The Magic Orb.
Get it, Orb.
Ottawa.
Will Ottawa win? Oh no, did I just? Oh man, I just turned the screen off.
You turned off the whole movie.
All right,
Mind you, that's not it. Well,
What did you do?
at least you didn't accidentally click yourself out of Google Hangouts.
True.
Here we go. Will Ottawa? Oh, come on, you jerk! Will Ottawa beat the Rangers?
Better not tell you now.
Oh, come
he's
on.
waffling. He's
Oh,
taking
here it is.
couch.
The
He's
drama.
taking couch.
My sources say no. Going
New
with the
York
Rangers.
for the
Oh,
Orb.
Rangers. It's
All
kind of. Can I
right.
just say, Mark? By the way, it's really kind of weird when you put that in front of the screen because I can briefly see myself.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to tilt it up a little.
I
bit,
know
you know?
it's okay. It's a little disconcerting.
Production's a little wonky.
I gotta stop picking my nose. I keep forgetting that
I
I'm
know.
actually on the air. Yeah.
Fortune-telling panda. What say you in your infinite wisdom?
The fortune-telling panda was asked if Ottawa will win, and it says no way. It says, do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do.
That's deep.
What?
But as deep as the
Why
hole, I'm
did
going
you
to
say
bury
no
the
way?
fortune-telling panda in it.
Give me a very positive quote.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Mm.
All right, listen. New York's a bunch of scumbags. But Ottawa's got that pretty boy douchebag, Justin Trudeau. I can't deal with pretty boy douchebags. I can't deal with them one bit. So I'm going with New York, even though there's a bunch of chuds and pimps there. And they took the Stanley Cup to his club. And it was fantastic. Mark Messier's got an award. Have you seen that thing? It's a piece of garbage. A pile of garbage. And I don't like it one bit. Speaking of garbage, the garbage man came by today. And we put something out like the son of a bitch didn't take it. I don't understand why they didn't take it. It's spring cleaning. Spring cleaning, they got to take it all. It's a job, for Christ's sake. They work 4 hours a day and scrape out the thing. And they go home smelling like booze. In summation, go Rangers.
Yeah. Thank you, Oyo Stan. I may not agree with his predictions, but I love the breakdowns.
Always connects.
Your
Always
Stan is getting
connects.
closer and closer to actual Stan every week.
Really?
Chuds and pimps. I mean, God. I know that's part of a Simpsons reference from way back, but that's still hilarious. It still cracks me up.
All right.
Hearing it coming out of the Oyo Stan, it sounds new and fresh.
Yeah. coming out of real stand, it's just like, okay, it's Thursday. Ready to go. The series of our demise, Washington against Pittsburgh. The series is going to take years off our lives, and one that I can't watch, literally, because the Caps have won every game I have not watched.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow, who you got?
Well, I've given it a lot of thought. Capitals, of course.
All right.
Picking the Caps. Picking the
Lyle's
Caps.
contract has also been extended for another year.
Yay! With the Face Off Hockey Show.
Fortune telling panda.
Fortune telling panda.
Yes, that's
Sorry,
true.
we messed up.
Kind of went out of sequence here, but that's okay. Mark had it already.
I saw Mark ready. I'm just like, well, I got to stop this.
The fortune telling panda says yes, and it says, "Don't let life discourage you." Everyone
Wow,
who
that-
got where he is had to begin where he was.
Fuck, that is so poignant.
That would
for this
actually
series.
make sense. Fortune telling panda.
Yeah. All right, panda's making sense now, which means we go to the orb now, as we should in the regular order.
Yeah, whatevs. Let's see here.
Will the Caps beat the Penguins?
Will the Caps beat the Penguins? My sources say no.
Oh, wow.
The Orb's gonna have to go for next year.
The orb is healed out.
Wow. The Orbs contract will not be extended after this season.
Every fucking
That's not
time we went
even
to the Cap
happening
Center.
anyway.
Every fucking time those assholes from Pittsburgh came up in a school bus, and I don't mean Jerome Bettis. They came up and they ruined our time that I had with my son. And my son's time with me is golden. Or something. I don't know. There's scumbags, a lot of bridges, bunch of bullshit. There's no taxis. Fuck Pittsburgh. Let's go Caps.
Okay, and in the immortal words of Daffy Duck, you're despicable.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Daffy has picked Anaheim. Speaking of which, Anaheim.
What have we turned into?
We're amusing ourselves
The
with little
best-
dolls. It's great.
Yes,
this is
the
fun.
end going. That's one less competition for us.
Exactly. What the hell? You know?
All right, so Anaheim against Edmonton. Lyle, this could be a great matchup.
It could be, but
What do you got?
well, I got no choice. I got to go with the Ducks because Daffy's looking over my shoulder. Like literally, he's looking over my shoulder. So there you go.
Mhm.
So, but no, picking the Ducks. Sorry, Oilers. You learned a lot of good stuff from this playoffs. Take it as a learning experience. Ducks.
Fob.
Will the Ducks beat the Oilers? Definitely yes.
Definitely. Wow. Woohoo.
Oh,
Well,
so
All of us
Orbis
can
stopped
hammer on it
waffling.
again, maybe.
Panda. What you got?
Panda. Panda says yes. It is only the first step that is difficult.
That seems more like an Oilers win to me. All right,
I did
so
learn that the first cut is the deepest, though.
it's true. I'm tired of this lyrical bullshit. It's not Foreigner, it's garbage. I'm not talking about the foreigners that play on the goddamn teams. Those guys should be deported. But that's
are you
one
talking
thing
about
to
the
know.
rock band, Stan? Are you talking about the rock band?
Of course I'm talking about the rock band. What do you think I'm talking about? Jesus. It's like Bad Company. I got a Bad Company record called Bad Company. They play Bad Company on it. It's the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. So I got a daughter named Anna. And she's, well, and Edmonton's a piece of garbage. So you can see how the two are intertwined. Because that trip to Alberta was such garbage and they only have a mall up there now and then that new city that are trying to secede from Edmonton, it's like at a stadium or some gold garbage. Rexall drugs everywhere. I had to go with the Ducks only because of Duck Hunt from NES. It was a great game. It was a great game. It had the gun and the track and field was even better, but I like the Duck Hunt. Ducks. There we go. Anaheim. Across the board. And now the series we have now, the St. Louis Blues against the Nashville Predators. Lyle, You have a Stanley Cup in your hands.
Yes.
It has. It's not like little oil stand. It's a little Stanley Cup. I don't know why I talk like Russian. The Eastern Bloc just fallen. Thought Czech ruined to fuck the river. Lyle, who you got in St. Louis and Nashville?
Nah, I can't do it. I was gonna have the Stanley Cup talk, but he would do it in a posh English accent, and I can't do that. So anyway, Predators and Blues. I gotta go with the Preds. Preds impressed me with the way they layeth the smack it down on the Blackhawks candy asses. So I think they have the talent to do it again.
We could have a LA Kings situation on our hands with Nashville, the lowest seed.
It's
but
possible.
having the best playoff run right now, and the hottest goaltender in Pekka Rinne. Orb, what you got? St. Louis or Nashville?
Will St. Louis beat Nashville? Without a doubt.
Oh boy,
St. Louis over Nashville.
St. Louis over Nashville.
Nelly loves that pick. Panda.
St. Louis over Nashville. The Panda would like me to rate the app. No.
Okay.
I said no, you jerk, Snort. Damn fucking Panda. Panda says no.
Oh.
Panda says, I think the sexiest thing on anybody is intelligence. I respect somebody who has a brain and wants to use it for more than a pretty face and status.
Was that a proverb from a Chinese book, or was that like something Matthew McConaughey said during the? Okay. All right. She is the lesser known Bush daughter, right? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
It all comes down to Music City or Rib City. What do you like more? Me, I like a good rib. Ribs are good. Ribs are fantastic. You can tickle some ribs with some great jokes. But music is good. You got the Nashville sound. You got the Dolly Parton with the big jugs. Have you seen those things? They smother you in an instant. I, for one, I went down to Nashville once, and I went down to this place on Broadway, and it was amazing. It was better than the Broadway in New York City, I can tell you that much. Didn't have pimps trying to run for me. So I get down to Broadway and get to the play. There's just that music everywhere, and they got ribs too. I thought it was only in St. Louis. Nope, ribs in Nashville. Can you believe it? In my time in this great earth, I have not seen anything like ribs in another city. But Nashville proved me wrong, and they're going to prove us wrong in the playoffs. The Predators are going to take it. There we go.
There you go. Oh, and right now the game. Speaking of Predators and Blues, the game is delayed right now. They're waiting for the ambulance to take Fiala to the hospital. That's how bad this is. So yeah.
Have they got him off the ice, or is he still there?
Yeah, he's off the ice, but they're currently in. They're in delay as they're awaiting the ambulance to arrive. So.
I thought they had to have an ambulance at the arena.
I thought they did too. That's why I'm kind of surprised to see this come up. It's like, way to go, St. Louis. Just little thought.
Wasn't that the rule? I mean, when somebody's heart collapsed on the
I think
bench,
it was Yuri Fisher.
Yeah,
Yuri Fisher.
I thought they instituted that years ago with Yuri Fisher.
I don't know. I'd assume they
thought
did.
it was-
Too.
I thought it was-
Well, I knew they made it mandatory after that defibrillators. Every arena will have a defibrillator. That's because that was the one thing they did have at the Joe that night was a defibrillator, and that saved his life. So they mandated that for sure. I don't know about ambulance. I always assumed they had them in the arena. I always assumed they had one there. But
Lyle, you want to play another game?
sure, we got a bit of time. Why not?
We're going to play Name This Player via his media guide. I bought
I saw that.
Several
Yes.
media guides,
Yes.
as you see here. I also have media guides across the way on the nightstand, but these are the ones I brought up. This one right here with all the beat reporters' home addresses and phone numbers.
Oh, wow. I couldn't believe how old is that now, though?
0203.
Yeah. So I dare say most of those numbers, if not all, have changed. But still,
You never know.
it was a different
Larry
time.
Brooks is still alive.
It was a different time, though, wasn't it? Because you would I'll tell you right now. I mean, I've been part of the NHL media site since 2007. I have not seen any numbers published or anything like that.
Real
all.
quick, Lyle. Chicago, yay or nay?
For
Draft. The NHL draft. Are you yay or nay?
I'm a nay this year.
You're
Sorry,
a nay?
guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
unfortunately, I'm a nay. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because that's actually coming up soon. So I
Yeah.
want to,
Yeah.
we'll do- Yeah, no, I got it.
Believe me, if I was going, I would have been in touch with you a long
Exactly.
ago.
So I've got 5 media guides here.
Sweet.
The 99-2000 Atlanta Thrashers, their inaugural season. The 98-99 Leafs. The 98-99 Predators, their inaugural season. The 98-99 Capitals. And the Capitals of 06-07. Which one would you want to choose from, Lyle?
Ooh, let's try the Leafs one.
Leafs won 98-99 in the last season for the Maple Leaf Gardens. So I'm going to pick a player bio, and I'm going to give you his personal information if they have it. They do have it on this one. Good. So, and I will give you the personal
Do they have a
information.
cell phone?
No, and you could tell me what this player is from their personal. Married, wife's name is Sabrina. Daughter Nome is 4.5. Son Xavier is 1.5. Spent the off season in Magog, Quebec. Hobbies include fishing. Began playing hockey at age 6. Involved in the Children's Wish Foundation. His favorite sports team is the Montreal Expos. His favorite musical group is Social Distortion. Favorite movie, Godfather 1, 2, and Pulp Fiction. And favorite TV show, La Petite Vie. Name that Maple Leaf. Start with Lyle.
This is 98-99, right?
That is correct.
Felix Potvin?
Mark?
Shane Corson.
Johnny P.
Ty Domi.
Lyle off the bat. Boom. Felix
Wow.
Potvin.
I wasn't sure if he was still with the team by then. I was trying to remember if he'd been traded the year before, but okay. Cool.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yay!
This man, he's a forward. His favorite TV show is Friends. His favorite vocalist is Bruce Springsteen. All-season resident in Nujurna, Sweden. Enjoys golf.
Come on.
He enjoys golf and began playing hockey at age 4. Mark, name that Maple Leaf.
I'm going to go with Mats Sundin.
Mats Sundin. Johnny P.
Any other Swedish Maple Leafs?
I know. I'm trying to think of one too. Mark took the only obvious one. Oh my goodness.
So Johnny, you taking couch?
Jonas Gustafsson.
All right, Lyle, you have a guess?
He's a monster.
Couch.
All right, the answer,
got
Freddie,
nothing.
Freddie Modine.
Oh, Freddie Modine. It wasn't as
tricked
obvious
me.
as we thought it was.
You tricked me, you bastard.
Don't feel bad. I think we all would have, if we had first pick, would have gone with Matt Sundin. It's the only Swedish Leaf we could think of. Forgot all about Freddie Modine. Yeah.
All right, here's one. He's married. His wife's name is Paula. He has a daughter, 2 sons, one of the NHL most active players in the community, including Ronald McDonald House and Muscular Dystrophy Association. Spend the summer in Pigeon Lake in the Kawarthas. I believe I'm spelling that properly. The favorite sports team, Buffalo Bills, TV show, Law and Order. Vocalist Garth Brooks, movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And his favorite NHL uniform is the Phoenix Coyotes. Johnny, name that Maple Leaf.
I think I'm going to have to go with Shane Corson, actually.
You hooker. Mark? I guess I'll go with Ty Domi.
And Lyle.
Damn, Mark,
was
you,
cool.
you took mine. Shane Corson.
Okay, it was both. You can't both. Okay.
Oh,
Double
wait a
down
minute.
on Shane Corson.
No, wait a minute. He didn't say Shane Corson this. Nobody said Shane Corson this round.
Johnny did.
Oh, I'm
Johnny did.
sorry, Don. Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Call him Donnie?
I only know
Donnie. Yes, he's Donnie. Yeah, Donnie Patanzo. It's the new hair. It's thrown me completely. No. Hang on. Okay, you said Shane Corson. Mark said Ty Domi. Darcy Tucker.
That's a good one.
Chris King.
Oh,
Chris King.
I don't even know what a Chris King is.
Isn't he part of the NHL's Department of Player Discipline now? Something like that?
He is now. I believe he's
I
in the
think
front
he is.
office. I know that much.
Yeah. Funny how the Department of Player Discipline hired a lot of goons and enforcers. Shouldn't call them goons, call them enforcers.
Hired goons.
Hired
All right.
goons.
His favorite golfer is Craig Statler. His favorite TV show is Seinfeld. His favorite vocalist is James Taylor. His favorite movie is Braveheart. Spent the off-season in Toronto and Vancouver in the summer of '98. Most memorable moment was being selected to the NHL entry draft and began playing hockey at age 7. His hobby includes tennis, golf, and red wine collecting. Lyle, name that Maple Leaf.
I'm just having a good laugh at Donnie Patanzo over there.
Hey. You. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you?
Hey, forget about it. I'm in the canals. I'm in the canals here. In the canals of Vegas.
Donnie
Looks like it's Vegas, but it's not. Venetian here. That's
We gotta cash in on Donnie.
Oh, this is great. This show will be memorable for the debut of Donnie Patanzo.
Oh, and Leahy's gonna be even more screwed up.
Okay. Okay, I gotta name that leaf. Okay, I'm going Shane Corson this time. You can't
Shane
have
Corson.
him, Donnie. He's mine.
Donnie, whatever you want to call yourself. What you got?
It's like the Max Headroom of the show. Donnie Patanzo.
Max Headroom drop.
Oh, wow. That's a deep dive, sir. Well done.
Maple Leafs. Too busy eating pasta. So, we picked a bad book to start with.
It really did. Blame Lyle. Next week we'll do a Capitals one because Johnny will probably have a pick. Or we'll do
No. You guys don't get home field advantage on this. No.
Fine then. We'll do a Manitoba Moose from the IHL.
Okay.
All right. Everything's done.
Fine. That's what
Up in
we'll
a nice
do.
little package.
Yeah.
I gotta get going after this one.
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't
Okay.
know any more Leafs.
All right. The answer was Dallas Eakins.
Oh, Jesus.
No one was going to get it. The hell with
Nobody was getting that. Was a definite deep drop.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well then, Lyle, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week, guys. Have a good one.
See you later. Bye.
See you, Lyle.
There he goes. LyrisInspectorsHockey.net, thehockeynews.com. Guardian, the Guardian, and no slideshows. Who you got?
Give a shout out to the Green Turtle. Give a shout out to that song, Just Another Brick in the Wall. Shout out to Duclaw. Just a floating beer. Floating beer. Woo! Donnie Patanzo.
Mark.
Give a shout out to Duclaw as well. Dirty Little Freak, specifically. Helped me. It was good luck for the Caps games. So, Chris, I'm gonna need more of that. I know you're listening. He's not listening. Let's see. Who else? What else? I guess that's it for now. People on that at Let Go app that are buying our things. Shout out to that too. Yeah, that's all I got.
Is that like an eBay thing?
It's more like Craigslist. You can take pictures. It's like a Craigslist app that you can just take pictures of your things, and instead
Barter
of
and trade.
scrolling through posts on a computer, you scroll through pictures on an app. It's like the same thing.
Wonderful. All right. I'm gonna shout out to going to concerts. Shout out to the antique store that sold us these wonderful, wonderful media guides. Oh, yo, Stan, always a crowd favorite, at least with us, and it pops us, and we don't care what you guys think. It's a great thing for us. And shout out to Kerry Kaplan of the Brampton Bees. I spoke with him today about his team's playoff victory, first in franchise history. 293 games. He was very amped about it, and he told me that I'll talk to him after they beat Manchester and get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So he is amped. That team is amped. It's a great story in hockey. They also got the little B, base god, blessing. So hail base God. That's it. That's all for Jenny P. Mark of the Sea. I'm Scotty Wise. Take care of yourself. And someone else has been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's our Tumblr. Face Off HCKY show is our Twitter. Stay tuned for that for the Green Turtle updates and what we're going to do there. Also, FOHS Radio is our Facebook page. Check it out for more Green Turtle stuff there. Until next week, guys. Peace.